Hey everybody, Big Anklevich here, podcaster, author, and carnivore, and you're watching day 36 of the Beef, Butter, Bacon, and Eggs Challenge here on Big Anklevich on health. Alright, thanks for joining us everybody. We're going to get straight into the daily videos, and we'll see what happened with Marshall and with me and my long fast. Hey everybody, it is Thursday, which is day 36, and today I finished off my 72-hour fast, and I made it to the end. I made it all the way to 72 hours. I made it to 72 hours and 3 minutes. That's right. Yeah, I really couldn't wait any longer than that. My fast ended with just enough time for me to eat something and then get ready for work. So that's what I did. I had myself bacon and eggs to break my fast, a pound of bacon and 6 eggs, as is my usual. And then I headed off to work. And as is also my usual, breaking a big fast tends to give me some digestive issues. And I barely made it to work before they hit. Well, not before they hit. They hit, and because they hit, I barely made it to work. I got to work struggling to keep from soiling my freaking self. Oh man, it was ugly there for a little while, but I got there and was able to use the bathroom, and then things were okay. I hate how that happens. That happens to me all the time. I don't know if it happens to everybody, but it's definitely a problem that I have with fasting. I used to think that maybe it was because of like eating too much butter or something like that, because I have heard that if you eat too much fat, that can cause you those kind of digestive issues as well. But I didn't eat any butter. All I had was the butter that was in the eggs to keep them from sticking to the pan. So I don't think that that's got anything to do with it. I think it's pretty much just the fasting. You know, you shut down your digestive system for 72 hours, and then you're like, hey, here's a gut bomb for you. You can expect, I guess, some small troubles. It's not too bad. But it's one of those things that can deter some people from fasting, I would think. Now, I hadn't eaten for 72 hours, so it was time to really get going on the eating. I never got hungry the rest of the day, but I still did eat. When dinner time rolled around at about 7 o'clock, I was just like, I'm eating. I need to. I haven't eaten anything in too long. I don't want my body to start thinking that we're in the middle of some kind of famine. And so I got myself the rest of the hamburger patties that I made before the fast began. And I ate all 4 of those, along with a bunch of butter on top of them. That was good. I always like the hamburger patties better when they're fresh, but you know, what are you going to do? So that was my day 36. I finished off a 72-hour fast. I finally managed to beat it. I'm not going to fast for a little while. I'm going to eat regularly for the rest of this week, and then I'll probably do OMAD for next week, which, well, I guess in some people's mind that means fasting, but for me it doesn't. If it's not at least alternate day fasting, I don't even count it as fasting really. But that's what I'm going to do for the next little while. And then, I don't know, probably do some alternate day fasting a few weeks after that, and maybe someday I'll try a 4-day fast. How many hours is that? 96? Yeah, I think it's 96. Maybe I'll do that sometime. I've never tried it, and I don't really feel like I have to. I almost feel like I'm pushing it doing the 72-hour fast, so I probably won't ever go there, but who knows.
Hey, today is day number
36.
The Beef, Butter, Bacon, and Egg Challenge. And tonight I had a little bit of fun trying something new, trying to cook up some pork belly. I went and picked some up at Costco. It was a huge slab of pork belly. And I had to cut it up into 3 different sections because it was so huge. and there was no way I was going to be able to cook it all at once, nor did I want to, because I wouldn't be able to eat it at that rate. I'd have to eat a bunch all in several days in a row. So I was trying to find a way to cook it in the air fryer, because most of the recipes I saw that had the skin on it were done in the oven, and you had to prepare the meat overnight to let the skin part dry overnight and then do it. And I was like, man, I don't have time for that. So I was gonna go for something else, but then I did find this Chinese guy.
嗨，大家好，我是 Chef Jiang。那今天很高兴在这里跟大家分享一道经典的菜肴。
And I'll have Big put the link to it in the comments, or however you do that on YouTube. He had a good recipe for doing it in a slow cooker. It still took me over an hour. Well, even more with prep time. And so I after I had cut it into thirds and got rid of the other two pieces, I cut the meat part, but I did not cut the skin, and I cut it into little sections, and then I seasoned it, and then I made a little dish out of, well, there'll be pictures for this. So I made a little dish out of tin foil and placed it in the dish so that the skin was up, and then I put it in the air fryer for about 20 minutes at 200 degrees, right? No, a half hour at 200 degrees, and that was to dry out the top, the skin. And so I did that. There was still a little bit moisture on there, but I wiped it off with a paper towel. And if you watch the video, I was supposed to put vinegar on it to start, and then I was supposed to put olive oil on it after where I seasoned the top. Anyway, so then I seasoned the top skin layer, and then I put it back in the air fryer for 40 minutes at 400 degrees and cooked it up, and it turned out pretty good. I ate about half of what was on this plate, and while I was waiting, I was really hungry. So I cooked up 6 eggs into some scrambled eggs with bacon in it, and I ate that while I was waiting the 40 minutes for the pork belly to cook up. I was really good. You know, it'd be interesting to try it without seasoning. I did put in some Red Robin seasoning, which I don't know, might go beyond the you know, it's not just salt. There's some other seasoning in there, but my family's really found that to be just a great seasoning. But maybe next time I'll just try it with salt, because I could taste that Red Robin seasoning in there. It'd be interesting to see, and it tasted really good. But when I do that next slab, and maybe I'll cook it a different way, but I'm just going to use salt on that one. I was just playing around, having some fun today cooking. So it was good tasting. I'm full. And it was fun to play around and try something different. And other than that, keep going.
Okay, Marshall, if you're going to use that catchphrase, you got to be more faster on the uptake. You know, you got to just bust it out. Arnold never was just like, hasta la vista, baby. You know, you got to really work it. No long pauses there. Anyways, yeah, that was some good stuff. I finished my fast, all 72 hours of it, and let me tell you, I'm pretty proud of myself. I have to say that is, I think, quite an accomplishment. I bet that there is a very small percentage of people in the United States who can say that they have fasted for 72 hours, and I'm pretty proud of myself for managing. And, you know, it was cool. There were some things about it I didn't like, some things that I did. I think it did me well. But I'm going to, it's one of those things you shouldn't do frequently. So I'm not going to do another one for a little while. Probably not until next month before I try another 72-hour fast. And that's fine. That's plenty. I do enough alternate day fasting as it is, so I really don't need to push it much. So Marshall tried his hand at making some pork belly, and I think he probably did a good job. I think I saw some of those same videos that he looked at, and they were pretty cool. Unfortunately, I didn't have the cooking implements to make it happen, so I had to just let it go. But pork belly is definitely yummy, and it's definitely one of those cuts that you should enjoy. It's got lots of fat. It's kind of like nature's perfect food. It's the perfect ratio of fat and protein, and I highly recommend it. All right. Thanks for watching the show today, everybody. We'll see you next time on Big Yankovic on Health.